Okay, I'm going to go through each one of the problems you see. And how I'm going to do this is slow and methodical. Okay, this will probably take about 12 minutes to go through all the problems on this test. All right, let's start with the first one. If I have 34 on this side, I have the variable on this side, I have to get rid of that 34. To do so, I subtract 34 from both sides. Whoa, I'm a little ahead of myself and missed my 3. So I put a 34 here. And I have to make it a plus because it's negative to cancel it out. Okay, this is going to cross out, and these two I'm just going to add. Okay, this becomes 36 equals 4w. Then I divide by the coefficient in the front to both of them to make this a 1. In doing so, w will equal 9. Let's take a look at this guy. We have 3a equals 16 plus 7a. Now, in this case, I have to get the variable by himself. He's on both sides of the equation. To do that, I got to subtract him from the side that has the number. So I put minus 7a here and minus 7a here. These, of course, are going to cross out. 7a plus minus 7a is 0. And you have 3a minus 7a. That's going to give us an integer of negative 4a equals 16. Now you just divide by the coefficient in the front, minus 4 to both sides, and you'll get a equals negative 4. All right. Let's look at this guy. We have 10u minus 21 equals 3u. Looks a lot like this problem over here. So what I'm going to do is subtract 10 from both sides, because I want that variable by himself. Minus 10u on this side. This is going to cross out, end up with 0. I'm going to bring down that negative 21. 3 minus 10 equals minus 7u. Then I divide by the coefficient in front of the variable. Divide by minus 7. Divide by minus 7. I end up with 3 equals u. Those are the first 3 problems. Okay. I'm going to scroll down to do the next ones. All right. And let's do these. First one, it's a distribution problem. The 2 has to be distributed across both things inside the parentheses. So it's 2d, and this one goes 2 times 4 is 8 equals 12. The next thing you do is got to get the variable by itself, so I have to subtract 8 from both sides. I put a line, I'm going to cross him out. Put a line for this one. This becomes 4 equals 2d. Then I divide by 2. Then I divide by 2. That becomes a 1. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. So d is equal to 2. Nice. Right? This looks confusing. Right? What you could do is, because this is, you could flip all the signs. That's one way you can do it. In fact, I can do this 2 different ways. I'm going to do a normal way over here. And we'll try a really fancy way over here. You figure out which one you like. So the first one I'm going to do is write this down. Minus 14 equals minus r minus 11. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of the 11 by adding it to itself in the positive form. Then I end up with what? 14 plus 11 is negative 3 equals minus r. Then the next thing I'm going to do is just change the signs. If this is negative, you can just easily change the signs to 3 equals r. Now, if you get a negative sign here, you can actually flip all these signs. You can make this 14 equals r plus 11. It only works if you do it to every one of them. And so when you do that, this is going to, I don't advise doing that, except when they're all plus, you can do this, right? When you do that, you basically run the problem like normal. Minus 11 here, minus 11 here, put a line, cross this out, and then this ends up being 3 equals r. It's the same answer. So this can be tricky. You gotta, sometimes you might not do this. I can do this because I know it's safe to do with this problem. It's not safe with every problem, okay? This guy looks a lot easier than this one, but you just get rid of the 12, right? Get rid of the 12. Bring this down, you end up with 3 is equal to s. Okay, so this is page 1. That's not too bad, right? Let's proceed on. This one I want you to solve two different ways. When we get to that one, you'll understand why. So you have 17 minus 7 equals minus g. First thing you do is add 7 because you want to get the variable by itself. Add 7. So what you end up with is, this goes away. 24 equals minus g. And like I said before, if there's a minus, you flip the sign, you can make this minus 24 equals g. If you change the sign, you got to change the sign. Now this one, we're going to distribute 1, 2. So for this one, it's going to be minus 18 plus 3b equals 6. Okay. Now you want to add 18 to this side. Add 18 to this side, right? So in the end, you have 3b equals 6 plus 18, 24. Divide by 3, divide by 3. B equals 8. Here's another way to solve this. You divide both sides by 3 ahead of time. This goes away. This becomes a 2. So it's minus 6 plus b equals 2. Then I add 6. Then I add 6. This goes away. B equals 8. This may be easier. It's nice to know two different ways to do something. All right, I'm going to clear this. Scroll down. Another distribution one. I'm going to distribute these because that's kind of what I've shown you, but there is another way to do it. So this would be minus 2m, and negative 2 times minus 7 is plus 14 equals 12. Minus 14, minus 14. These cross out. Minus 2m equals negative 2. So I just divide by negative 2 to both sides. M equals 1. That's nice. You have a plus 21 minus 2a. You want to get 2a over here by himself, so you have to subtract a from both sides. That's kind of interesting. This will confuse people because you wouldn't think that'd be the case, but you're making a bigger to negative 3a. I guess in the negative direction bigger. Then when you divide by minus 3 and you divide this one by minus 3, 7 would be equal to a. Negative 7, that is. Right. This throws everybody off. Oh my God, what is that? Well, that's easy. That's a one step. Divide by 8. Divide by 8. Y equals 6. All of a sudden you see this one, you're like, that's from last chapter or something, right? So you say, oh, forgot how to do that. Right? So pay close attention. Sometimes you're, oh my God, I'm stuck. No, you've been doing harder problems than this one. Right? Let's go down to the next group. Nice. One of my favorites. When you get these, you just take it, make an arrow, bring it up, multiply it, and it's gone. So 2 times negative 4 makes this a minus 8 equals a minus 1. I'm going to add 1 to both sides. Add 1 to both sides. This guy goes away, obviously. Minus 8 plus 1 is minus 7 equals a. Ooh, this looks nasty, but it's not that bad. Just add 9. Add 9. Put a line, put a line. This goes away. Minus 15x equals 45. Divided by 15, negative 15, that is. We get x equals minus 3. Now this throws people off because the first step you got to do is get rid of the 8. Plus 8, plus 8. This goes away. This becomes 20. So you have m over 4 equals 20. And like I showed you before, you just take your 4, you put them up here. And this goes away, so m would be equal to 80. Okay? And let's do our last set of 3. Just like the last one, you want to get the variable by itself, so you're going to add 14 to this side. Add 14 to this side. This goes away. This becomes 4. Minus 10 plus 14 is 4. Equals y over 6. Then you just bring him up and multiply him. So you get 24 equals y. We do distribution on this one. So multiply it this way. So you get 32 equals 4n minus 20. So then I'm going to add 20 to this side and add 20 to this side. So I get 52 equals 4n, right? And then when you look at this thing, you find out, okay, 4 times, you do the math, 1, 3, 13 equals n. Or, let's try it the other way, okay? So I'm going to clean off the top of this so I can show you what's going on. I take 32 equals 4 n minus 5. I divide this by 4 and this by 4. So I end up with, 8, not 9, 8 equals n minus 5. Add 5, add 5, 13 equals n. They come up the same. You can do either one. Last one. Uh-oh, curveball. It's just a one step. You just take the 5, multiply it here. So 9 times 5 is 45. So v equals 45. Well, there you go. I hope this made sense. Okay.